if YB and Quando come do a show, they is not leaving Chicago. I promise.
What is good, Rizzle fam? You know, ever since NBA YoungBoy beat his gun charge case, there's been a lot of fuss surrounding him. Everyone's waiting for his next move, and it seems like it's finally on the horizon. YB is planning on doing a tour in the upcoming period, and that caught the eye of a lot of people, specifically his ops. It looks like one of the OTF members is not pleased with YoungBoy performing in Chicago and is straight up threatening him. But YoungBoy being YoungBoy has a few words for this OTF affiliate. So what did NBA YoungBoy really say about being threatened to perform in Chicago? So the word on the street is that YoungBoy is going to do a tour in the near future. Since YB's famously beat his gun charge case, he's ready to get back to doing music, and most of all, doing live performances all over the place. Good news for NBA YoungBoy fans came in on the day when his manager confirmed that YB is actually going to be doing this tour, and not only that, but it's also going to be hella long too. Some sources claim that YB might be visiting over like 30 cities. On July 16th, YB's main manager, Alex Jr., hopped on his Instagram with a meme for all the YB fans out there. He was hella excited and happy to finally let everyone know that the biggest name in hip-hop's coming back to town, and Alex shared a post on his Instagram with the legendary performance of DMX, who was at Woodstock back in 1999. But that wasn't all. He also asked all his fans to say in which cities they would like to see YB tour in next. In the caption of the meme, the manager wrote, "Comment and like whatever city you want to see YB in." The fans obviously all mentioned names of the city in which they live, but one of the users had a very interesting comment, so much that YB's manager Alex even replied to it. First, the Instagram user jokingly said, "Anywhere but Chicago." So you might be thinking, why that comment though? And here's exactly why. The reason why this guy mentioned to stay away from Chicago might be a good idea is because for the long-standing beef that YoungBoy has with the OTF crew. Now, all the problems started between Von and YB first, and later switched from Von to Dirk. See, a couple of years back, King Von was the one who called out YB on Instagram and called him a bitch. Reasons as to why it all started are a few. Some say that he was salty because YB denied featuring Von on his tracks more than once, and others believe that Von wanted YoungBoy's spot and that he was jealous of his success. There's also a chance that the incident where YB got in a fight with Melly in front of an Atlantic Records building also made Von hate YB. Melly was his boy, and the fact that YB and his gang jumped on him meant beef. Von also said that YB ain't really who he claims to be, and that whole gangster persona, it's not really him. It's just a rap image and nothing more. But that's not all. The two also dated each other's exes in 2020, which raised a lot of questions from their fan base. This seemed like too much of a coincidence to some. Surely there was something going on there. In the end, neither Von nor YB publicly and openly dissed each other. King Von even denied that the beef between them and YB even exists. Once DJ Ack asked him about whether or not there was any beef going on, he said,
"They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same interests in hoes, and then you know how the internet will try to make it."
Don't tell me I got problems over girls.
No, it's the internet, gang. It's the you know, they'll try to make it like that because it's the internet. You see what I'm saying? And then you know how females will try to make it like that because they females, and they'll try to make it like one motherfucker hard. They try to. It be just all type of shit, but it ain't nothing too serious, nothing you should worry about.
Everyone knows that there's been some bad blood between the two, but it went quiet after he did that interview. However, that's only the surface of all the problems that NBA artists have with Chicago. Apart from the problems that YB had with Von, there's also the fact that King Von got murdered by Lil Tim, Quando Rondo's guy. And Quando, he's an NBA representative. Quando Rondo is a member of the Never Broke Again crew and a close friend of YB. And we all know that Quando might get in trouble if he goes back to Chicago because of what happened in 2020. Even though his little homie Lil Pab got smoked, Quando Rondo is still a target. Remember, there was no real retaliation for the hit on Von, and as harsh as it may sound, we might see it happen one day. But the comment about Chicago being a dangerous place did not affect YB's manager a single bit. He replied with, "We be in that bitch first stop." The cocky and confident statement from his manager got a lot of people thinking if the tour could actually drop by Chicago. A lot of folks think it wouldn't even be possible from a formal point of view. It's a legit threat to security and everybody's safe. This is just a PR move. The manager knows damn well the show will be canceled by police or higher-ups last minute or close to the show's date once threats come in. It hypes up the rest of YB's tour, and they for sure won't be allowed to do shows anywhere where things can pop off. I guarantee the mayor shut that down before it even happened. Not sure if YB going to come prepared with security deep. He's coming to prove a point. I think it's all crazy. It's definitely not worth losing your life over or jeopardizing anyone else's. just praying it don't happen. Then again, there are those who love to bang out to his music. Some of those most devoted fans are from Chicago, and they want to see him perform there. YB gonna have some sold-out shows. It's been years since he performed. Hope he perform his best songs. That would be dope, fire. I'm rooting for you, brother. If you take a look at YB's official webpage, you can see that the tour dates are still not published, which means that we still don't have any information about the tour and whether or not it's really going to take place. Regardless, there are some OTF affiliates who took notice of the possibility of YB dropping to Chicago for a show, and as you can already suspect, they're not liking it a single bit. As a matter of fact, one of the guys who goes by the name of OTF Varney says NBA YoungBoy and Quando Rondo will not be leaving Chicago if they arrive for their show. Whoo. Varney filmed himself talking to one of his homies, and he commented on the rumors of the tour. He said this.
Hey, PSA, man, look, I don't live in Chicago no more, but I bet
I do.
Hey, listen, I bet you all type of money, right? If YB and Quando come do a show, they is not leaving Chicago. I promise.
That's that Nick. They gonna cancel that bitch before they get here.
Now, for those of y'all who don't know Vernie, he's the OTF member who always had Dirk's back. A lot of folks from Chi-Town find him to be Dirk's muscle. However, the people on the internet think that he ain't that scary, and he's certainly not someone who could pose a threat to NBA YoungBoy or even Quando Rondo. Part of the reason why they're saying this is because he's in a wheelchair, and the other is because he's known to be sending all kinds of threats and nothing ever happened. All bark, no bite, bro. As you can clearly tell, there's a lot of tension in the air. If YB does the show in Chicago, it's gonna be something else. Not to mention if Quando joins him on tour. That stuff is gonna be different from anyone we've seen before. Part of the reason why the tensions are so high is not just because of the King Von sitch. Things have been stirring between Dirk and NBA YoungBoy too. Ever since YB dissed the whole rap game with his I Hate YoungBoy track, things just ain't been the same. Remember YB's lyrics on that track? He said, "How you talking shit when nothing ain't died about your cousin him? Quando got no filter and he say that they gon' f with him. Clean up on aisle O, young and let that chop blow, and my brother let that stick blow." Those are direct threats to the entire O block, including Little Dirk. He let all them boys know that if they step on him, it's war. A lot of folks find OTF and the NBA crew could be straight up enemies, even before the tracks. But performing on enemy turf, that's nothing but asking for trouble. Things can only get ugly if that happens. Some folks who just want to see all the rappers survive and make more music pray that their tour never happens. Others think that the show could easily take place since the security on the NBA team's gonna be hella tight. There ain't no way that they would ever let anything happen to YB and Quando. At this time, we still don't know what's gonna happen with the YB tour, but if it does take place, we gotta keep an eye on to see if Chicago's gonna be on the map. If it does, we might see all kinds of trouble coming our way. But what are y'all thoughts on this whole situation? Is YB gonna be performing in Chicago? Do you think he and Quando will be dropping by Chicago? And if so, are they gonna be in any kind of danger? Let us know what your take is on the whole situation in the comments section below. As always, remember to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you found this video interesting, then you gotta check this next one out too. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned to our channel, and as always, remember to keep it real.